welcome back to my channel, and I'm going to be doing all the books I read in 2025. This is going to be a little bit different than what I normally would post, but I wanted to do this for you guys, and yeah. But before we get started, me and Daniel did get our pottery back from Color Me Mine, so here are the pictures that I took of mine, and here are the pictures of his. But anyways, let's get started. So in January 2025, the first book I read was Losing Hope, and this actually was a book that I started 2 years beforehand and did not finish it, and then wanted to finish it last year. So I know what rating I gave this, and I'm pretty sure it was a 2 out of 5. So great start. Okay, and then next is Finding Cinderella, and I'm pretty sure I liked this book, and this is how many stars I gave it. And it's supposed to be a novella. And then next is All Your Perfects, and this one I'm pretty sure I liked it, and here is the star rating for it. And then last in the Hopeless series is this even tinier novella, and it is Finding Perfect, and I think I really liked this one as well. So those were all the books I read the first month of last year. Okay, so then moving on to all the books I read in February last year. So the first book was My Sister's Keeper, and this is kind of a thicker book, and I remember when I was reading this, I didn't 100% love it because it was jumping between so many different characters, points of views. There it goes. And I did watch the movie of this, and I think I like the movie better than the book, I think, personally. And here's the star rating that I gave it. And then next is Firefly Lane, and again, this is another thicker book, and I watched the Netflix show before I ever read this, and I personally think that the TV show was a little bit better, but I did really enjoy this book. Oh, and here is the star rating that I gave it. And then the last book of February that I read was the sequel to Fly Away, and of this book, and this one is called Fly Away, and this one wasn't as good as the first one, but I still really liked it, and this was my star rating for it. Moving on to March, and this was a lot. I read all of Abby Jimenez's books that she released before her newest one in 1 month. Okay, so the first one was Part of Your World, and I think the main reason I mainly wanted to read this one first was because the two main characters had names that were like me and Daniel. So the boy's name, Daniel, and then the girl's name was, I think, Alexis. So similar but not similar. And I really enjoyed this book, and this was the star rating for it. Okay, and then next is the second book in that series, and that is Yours Truly. And in my opinion, I think for the Part of Your World series, this is the best book. Yes, I really liked this one, but this one was also really good. And this is what the star rating that I gave it. And then the last book in the Part of Your World series is Just for the Summer, and this was like her most recent one before this one that came out in April of last year. And this one, it was okay. And this was the star rating I gave it. Okay, moving on to the Friend Zone book series. This book, I'm pretty sure I really liked it. I did just reread this. I agree with what I rated it last year. That's the rating. And then the Happily Ever After playlist, I ended up liking it, and this was how many stars I gave it. And then last but not least, Life's Too Short. I just reread this one too, and I really liked it. I completely forgot the ending, and oh my goodness, I cried. I was in my room just crying to myself, and I'm like, no wonder I liked this one. And here is what I rated it. Okay, and then at the very end of March, I did read the 2 short stories that she wrote that aren't books, and we have Fall Risk and Worst Wingman, and here are the star ratings for those books. I only read one book in April, and that was her newest book, and I really liked it. It was cute. I'm excited that there's a new one for this series coming out next month, so I'm so excited. And here's the star rating that I gave this book. Okay, and then I did not read until June, and that was Icebreaker. And I started Icebreaker in June and then stopped and did not finish this until I think it was September or October. Yeah. That's how I feel about that book, and this is my star rating for it. Okay, and then moving on to Regretting You. I wanted to read this book before the movie came out last year, and I liked it. It was cute. And here is the star rating I gave it. And then I read Ward D. This was an interesting book, and this was my first Frida book that I ever read. I liked it. Interesting. Here's my star rating for it. Then I read The Boyfriend, and this one again was interesting. I don't know how to feel about it. This is my star rating for it. Then moving on to The Lion Game. I liked it. It was okay. I did read this back in back in middle school and high school. Here's the star rating for it. And I do want to finish the book series this year. Probably reread this and then read the rest of the books in the series. Okay, then I read Verity. Wanted to read this for October. I know that for sure. And I loved it. I loved it the first time I read it. Loved it the second time I read it. I think I've now read this book like 3, maybe 4 times. And that's what I have to say about it. And here's my star rating for it. And I am excited for the movie to come out this year. Am I bringing Daniel to it? Yes. And then I read The Housemaid. It was a really good book. Me and Daniel went to go see this movie in theaters, and he really liked it. I really liked it. I hope that they do make a sequel to it, because there is the sequel. So I read both of these in December, and here are the star ratings for both of them. But that is all the books I read last year. I hope you guys liked it, and I will see you guys in my next video. Love you guys. Bye. For the Friend Zone series. There we go. What was I even gonna say? I don't remember. Let's okay, and then for the so then moving on to Part of Your World. Nope, that isn't even Part of Your World. And then I read Regretting You because of the book that came out not book. Okay, and Daniel went to go see this in